Hey there YouTube. Today I'm going to show you how to fill cartomizer tank. Alright, so your cartomizer tank is really only 3 parts for the tank and then the cartomizer itself, so you got 4 parts. You have your 2 end caps, which most of the times are carbon copies. This specific tank, one of them, this one, has a beveled ring in there, so if you have a cartomizer that has a lip on the bottom, it'll fit in there and it'll be nice and snug. So this one's the bottom on this specific tank, but a lot of carto tanks, the 2 end caps are just carbon copies of each other, the exact same thing. Then you have your actual tank piece, which is normally plastic, Pyrex, glass, whatever. This one's plastic. Then you have your cartomizer. I'm going to open this up, take these rubber insulators off, and the trick is you're going to keep one of them. The other one you can just pitch. Alright? Then you're going to take this little white rubber cap off, and now we're almost home free. This is just a Bogue XL single hole pre-punched cartomizer. It's got the big hole on one side. Standard resistance, so it'll be about 2.8, maybe 3 ohms. Alright. Now that you got that all set, you're going to take that little rubber piece that you saved, and you're going to take your juice and you're going to fill that rubber piece about halfway. And you're going to take the bottom end of your cartomizer, the 510 connection, you're just going to stick it into that rubber insulator. Just stick it in there. And what it's going to do is it's going to slowly push juice. See if you can see that. The juice coming up there. It'll push juice all the way to the top of the cartomizer. Cartomizer. There's cotton in it. And it's going to saturate it all the way through. Hold it there for a couple seconds, maybe 30 seconds. Let the juice seep back into the rest of the cotton. If it's still puddling up there a little bit, like, can't really see it that well, but what you can do is you can give it a little blow. Alright, and you're going to do this, repeat those same steps until the juice doesn't disappear on the top anymore. Until you'll tell when it's not saturating into the cartomizer anymore. That's when you're going to stop. With these ones it's nice because you can tell by the color of the cotton in the hole. It turns like this dark gray color rather than the white that the cotton normally is. And that's how you know that your cartomizer is fully saturated. Now, what you want to make sure is that you can see that on camera. Maybe it's because you can't see through it. Eating my words right now. You should be able to see, oh, there it is. You should be able to see all the way through the center of it. If you can't, when you go to vape it, you're going to get a gurgling sound. So now what you're going to do, take your end caps, go ahead and put them on your tank, take the cartomizer, insert said cartomizer into one end cap and leave just a little bit of space at the top. Take your juice, hold the tank at about a 45-degree angle, and let your juice run down the side. You don't want it to go back into the cartomizer because it's already wet, and then you're just going to overfill it. So you want to fill it. I like to fill mine just over halfway, just to be on the safe side. And then when you're done with that, oh, get on camera. When you're done with that, you're just going to push the cartomizer the rest of the way through. Add your drip tip. Wipe off any excess juice you may have gotten on your fingers or anything. Attach it to whatever mod you want. Yeah, it's reading 3 ohms. You can see that. 3 ohms. Vaping this at 10 watts. Alright, let's go back to normal view. Alright, now that we've filled the cartomizer tank, filled the carto, and it's vaping properly, you are set. Sometimes, depending on your vape pace, you're going to be set for a day, 2 days, 3 days. My wife, she, with one carto tank, I don't know how she does it, but she goes a week, sometimes 2 weeks, without having to refill it. Now, granted, she doesn't vape near as often or as much as I do, but it's just, that's why I said it's one of the best inventions ever. I mean, the things that leaving for work in the morning, what am I gonna grab today? I always have at least 2 or 3 cartomizer tanks set up. Right now I'm looking at my little stand. I have 1, 2, 3, now 4 cartomizer tanks filled, because they're what I bring to work. They're what I bring on trips. They're my everyday vapes. I'm not gonna bring a dripper to work. I'm not gonna bring anything that I'm gonna have to fiddle with. You fill this up and you vape it. That's it. That's all there is to it. There's no fiddling. There's no dinking with it. There's no gotta make sure the coil's in the right spot. It's hitting a little funny. Let me make sure the coil's no. There's none of that. If you're new to vaping and you haven't tried a carto yet, go get a cartomizer, go get a tank, fill it up. It's a warm vape, it's a nice vape, you get good flavor from them. I got these specific cartomizers, the Bogue cartomizers, from mountbakervapor.com when I ordered my juice from them, and it's like $5.99 for a pack of 5 of them. It's just cheap. You buy a tank, maybe 2 tanks, so you can have 2 different flavors, and you're set. If you've been vaping for a while and you haven't tried a cartomizer, shame on you. Go get a carto, go try it, and vape the crap out of it, because they're awesome. I got the standard Bogues. They're normally read 2.8 or 3.0. I'll vape them pretty high. This is 10 watts, and I'm getting 5.5 volts out of it, so I'm pretty high resistance, high voltage, and the cartos will last me specifically between 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how much I vape that specific cartomizer. If I were to just put it on here and just vape this, I would say about 2 weeks. and it's going to change with every person, with your vape pace, but go get a cartomizer tank. Go get a cartomizer. They're awesome. This is Kenjamin90, signing out.